Scott and Bernadette West, definitely one of the faces of Knoxville that everyone knows. First, let's get into it. Let's start first. How did you all even meet?
We met in the old city, actually. I was out with some friends of mine that actually happened to went to high school with Scott, and so he was out and about.
The friends of mine warned her about me.
Yeah, they did.
Wasn't a strong warning then, I guess.
They said,
She ignored it.
Go out with him. I'm like, no, I'm not. But it happened to be in the same building that we ended up starting one of our first businesses, Earth Old City.
Oh, yeah.
It was Planet Earth back then.
It was Planet Earth.
So I saw her legs go by. She was a flight attendant, and she was,
I played soccer for UT.
and she played soccer for UT.
Yeah, for
so
years,
I saw her legs, and so then I realized she was with a friend of mine who I knew did not dance.
Yeah.
So that was your end?
So I said, hey, it's a great song. You guys should dance. And he's like, no. I'm like, no, dude, you guys should dance. And he's like, you guys dance. Oh, really? Oh, great. Sure, we'll dance. That's how I met.
Very, very, very smart.
And then he warned her.
But it worked out because you all clearly fell in love and got married.
Yeah.
Take us back to when you all decided to start talking about your love affair with downtown Knoxville and the old city.
Well, I've always, because I grew up in Germany, my mom's German, so I grew up in Germany, and I've always, even when we lived in a really small town over there, they always had the town center. And when I was going to school, you know, downtown it was slowly not being the vibrant area, especially the Market Square area. It was always kind of, you know, every year they'd have a few things there, maybe, and
pretty much boarded up, though.
It was
pretty
boarded
much boarded up,
yeah. And the old city was pretty happening and stuff, and so I always loved Market Square, always. And when we decided to, because I was a flight attendant and he liked to take photographs, we took photographs everywhere we went on travel, because that was the main reason that I became a flight attendant. I'm like, I'm going to fly everywhere in the world that I want to, and then I'll stop doing that and do something else, because I was a teacher. And I thought, well, then I'll just go back to that. Well, it turns out that when you fly, you always want to go back to places that you've already been, and there's still a lot of places that you haven't been. So it turned out to be a great job. And because he took photographs everywhere we went, we had these photographs, and so we thought, well, let's go ahead and try to sell some of the photographs, because we thought they were pretty good. So we got a really small little store down in the old city, because the old city was the one that was having most of the people come down there on a regular basis. There was an crazy old Turkish guy, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that will remember him, Fikret Cenkay. And he came down from Boston, and he had bought a bunch of buildings down on Market Square along the road that we were at. Matter of fact, Mahasti from Tomato Head had bought the initial ones from him.
Her buildings are from him also.
Yeah.
So Bernadette and Mahasti bought all of his buildings on Market Square.
But he wouldn't even let us in the buildings because he knew that they were in bad shape.
Yeah, there were no roofs. It was like a funnel. The rooftops were caved in. Yeah. When it rained, it would just be waterfalls into the building.
Yeah. So did he buy the buildings with the intention of revitalizing?
No. Well, he said he did.
He was going to.
He's kind of a hoarder. He was a hoarder.
Okay.
Like, the one building we purchased used to be Mercury Theater. That was the one that had all the World's Fair beer, right?
Yeah.
So the entire building was filled with World's Fair beer, which is kind of interesting, because you went from Butcher Brothers, banking collapse. They did over half of the loans in downtown Knoxville. Downtown Knoxville went into a spiral for 20 years, and then folks like us came downtown and started the revitalization efforts after about 20 years of nothing going on, and then Market Square, which was boarded up at that point. You have a guy like Fikret Cenkay who talked about doing something and filled his building with hoarder stuff, and one of the hoarder things was World's Fair beer, which I think is pretty ironic.
Yeah, that particular building, which is where Preservation Pub is, when we first went in it was just like little trails about 2 feet wide to just kind of snake through both the upstairs and downstairs of just all his stuff. And when we ended up getting it, we finally talked to him. We had to meet with him forever. But we finally ended up getting that. He emptied it out one van load at a time. And he would pull up to the front of the building, because that's when you could still drive on Market Square, no problem. You know, nobody cared. And he'd load it up one van load at a time and emptied it out for us. And then we were like, okay, well, that's the reason we called it Preservation Pub, because we knew that we wanted to develop those buildings, and we were going to use the proceeds from the pub to help renovate the buildings. That's what we called it.
Preservation Pub originally meant preserving historic buildings.
Yeah, downtown.
So how did things start to kind of pick up a little bit?
Well,
Well, it started off with, when she was meeting with Thickrett, Jen K, she met with him for months, like 3 times a week. They were having coffee. He liked Bernadette, right? So after a while, she's like, I can't do it anymore. I'm done. And I'm like, no,
Like, I'm not wearing him down. It's not working.
I'll do it. So then I started meeting with him, having coffee, and I was like, I set things in front of my coffee to keep it, because he's eating eggs every time, and he had no front teeth. So his eggs going everywhere. Anyway, so this goes on for a while. And then Bernadette comes back, and so now it's the 3 of us meeting for breakfast for a while, and the eggs and the bread.
he was quite a character.
But then eventually, I'm like, look, we don't care what the building looks like inside. We just want the real estate.
Yeah,
we don't care. And after I said that, then he let us in the buildings, and that's when he opened the front door, and Bernadette walked in and went, oh. It was one of those moments where, like, oh my gosh, what have we done? You know, that was when we saw the insides, we understood why he wouldn't let us in them. And so at that point, we're like, we've got a year in this. He's like, why don't you take all 6 instead of the 1 building? We're like, we'll take all 6, because we've already got all this time into, and he was owner financing it to us.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we had to get, because no bank would loan money downtown, especially to us. We weren't going to be able to borrow money, but he would owner finance it. So we got these 6 buildings, owner financed from this crazy old Turkish guy, and then we started fixing them up, and started with Preservation Pub. Then we brought Earth to Old City up from the old city, and then we opened World Grotto, and then we opened Oodles, which became Uncorked, which is now becoming Alice in Appalachia. So we opened up, because no one would rent from us. Yeah. So we had to occupy all the buildings ourselves.
Well, all the banks downtown at that time, they were saying, I mean, we went to every single bank downtown, and no one would loan us money. Not one bank would loan us money.
Was it because of the condition of the building, or just new business owners?
They said downtown will never be anything.
They said, we will not loan money in downtown.
Yeah.
So, and these are downtown banks.
And they were downtown.
So basically, we went up in a situation where now how are we going to develop the building? We've got the owner financing from the owner, but we didn't have enough money. Right. So basically, we went to her mother, who was in real estate, and her mother basically put her buildings up, pulled money out of all of her. She had 14 residential properties, no debt. She's German. She had no debt, and so she borrowed $1.3 million from her residences in Kingsport and put that in a bank account for us in Knoxville, and then we used that 1.3 to borrow 1.35 million from a bank in Knoxville. In other words, a bank will loan you money if you have the cash to pay back the loan they're loaning you.
So you need money to borrow money.
You put the money in the bank, and then you borrow the same amount. Yeah. And then if you use the money you have in the bank cash, then they won't loan you the money. So you put the money in the bank, then you borrow the money. So now we had 2.65 million. And then we started developing the addresses, and then we realized we didn't have enough money.
Wow.
So that's when the part 2 of the story happened.
So when did things kind of get out of hand?
Well, after developing, we had developed, let's see.
And you're not getting enough money from a pub to do the developing. Okay?
Yeah,
So
okay.
Be clear, there's not enough cash flow.
Yeah,
so we need money to do the buildings, and
we were getting towards the very end of developing 16 through 22, which is where the main building, we kind of one-lotted 16, 18, 20, and 22 into one, and had 10 residential units upstairs, and then places for business downstairs, which we couldn't rent, so that's why we put Earth to Old City, and then his dad took one, then we did World Grotto. And towards the end of that, it was getting really hard to make these finish. So we kept trying to borrow money from people that would loan us money, because we knew we had to finish it out, and we started getting tight on money. And then
Yeah, so my brother was still involved in, I'd been involved in it years before, but I'd been out for 10 years, which is now, last week, you have the Chamber of Commerce cutting the ribbon for a THC holistic business on J Street.
Involved in what? So
but at the time, every state, it was illegal to have marijuana. Marijuana was illegal everywhere. And so my brother was still involved in the smuggling of marijuana and the distribution of marijuana around the southern states. So I basically went to him and said, I need cash. And he said, okay. So I got 2.1 million cash from my brother, and we finished the project.
At that time, did you ever think you'd get caught?
I didn't think it was possible to get caught. I'm like, the only person who knows I did this is my brother. I'm like, you don't tell anybody. I don't tell anybody. You're in something that you may think it's, sacred medicine, and it may be something that you feel should be legal, but it's illegal now. It was legal till 1938, and it's been illegal till now again. You may think it should be legal, but it's not. That's why, no one can know, because if they find out that you have invested with me on Market Square, the whole family will go down with you. And he said, oh, I won't say anything to anybody. But of course, being a guy, he bragged about owning Market Square to his friends, and one of his best friends, one of my best friends too, was wearing a wire for 6 months. And so they took us all down. It was part of a big conspiracy.
So that was the unraveling?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that was, yeah. Yep.
Yep, wore a wire and they tapped all
It
the
was
phones
the
for
biggest
6
case
months.
for
It was
the
the DEA case of the year, for that year.
Yeah.
It was the biggest news story that year. I wasn't on the cover of the newspaper again until this past year when we announced Luniverse Knoxville. It was above the fold on the newspaper. It was a big story. So when that happened, it was like everybody was just shocked. I was on the mayor's advisory board, CBID board of directors. I was like in the status quo. But after that happened, status quo ended. Everybody that was involved in status quo walked to the other side of the street for the most part. So there were still some pretty cool people. Like Clayton was still cool to me. Haslam was still cool to me. But all the folks that were worried about what somebody else thought were not. So all of a sudden they all disappeared. And then the only people left were the artists and the entrepreneurs, and the entrepreneurs are the artists of the business world. They were still supportive. So, but we were going down. A lot of people treated it like we were gone forever, but we knew we were going to come back. So, Bert, my attorney said, when you go in front of the judge, you have to be regretful of what you did, and it went on and on. So I got in front of the judge, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. And I did that, and then Bernadette, her lawyer, told her the same thing. So she gets in front of the judge and she says, I'm proud of everything we did.
I was.
She didn't get any more time for that. And here I went, cried all over myself, and I got extra time.
I was proud of what we did. I thought we did a good job. I mean,
I'm proud of what we did, we'll be back.
Downtown, get people downtown. Yeah. And
you were looking at intention when you were talking, the intent of what you all were doing.
Yeah.
People have trouble separating criminality with morality and ethics.
I never felt anything we did was wrong. It was illegal, but I didn't think it was wrong.
So with all that stress off your shoulders, it didn't stop you all. You after you got out, you kind of picked back up or tried to get the momentum going again.
Yeah. Well, we did have all our assets seized, and we were going to try to have our family buy back, the buildings, but the government wouldn't allow it.
And then there's another important point too. When they seized the assets, because we created the businesses within the buildings and it boarded up downtown. So Market Square, everybody was concerned that downtown was going to go back into a spiral again, like it did after the Butcher Brothers. Yeah. So they were very concerned about that. So my plea bargain said that my family had to keep the businesses open to maintain the value of the buildings. So we had to sell the businesses to the family members, and then the family members had to sign paperwork that they would keep the businesses open. Okay. That was part of our deal. Okay. It wasn't, we're going to see, and also, this is important too, when you look at West Town Mall, Sears, or whatever, Apple Store now, Apple Store does not own West Town Mall. West Town Mall does not own Apple Store. Right. So if West Town Mall, which is Simon Company, used to be, if West Town Mall gets in trouble, they seize the mall. They don't close Apple. Okay. Apple stays. Apple's owned by Apple. So the same thing with the businesses. The business did not launder money. The businesses were actual businesses that generated money. The laundered money from the marijuana transactions went into like 30% of the construction. So it wasn't 100% of the construction, it was 30%. And it was the buildings, not the businesses. So the mall is where the money was that was illegal. So that
kinda keep them
mall
separate.
was
Yeah.
seized, but the businesses could continue functioning within the mall, which in this case is Market Square. So that's how that worked. And then after we got out, then slowly we reacquired stuff. We still don't own a lot of the stuff we did, but we've reacquired other things and have regrown
Well, and
the businesses.
it turned out that Fikret Cenkay, the Turkish guy, he had a brother that really liked me also, and he owned where Scruffy City Hall is now. And he was like, Bernadette, I'm so sorry what happened to you. We're tired of having this building. We're going to sell you this building.
Yeah, that was the first building when we got out of prison, was
Yeah.
Fikret Cenkay's brother.
Yeah.
Talk about full circle moment. You've had this embarrassing situation. You've gone
Right.
to jail. To try to get back in the fold and keep your head high and still say,
Yeah.
hey, we still want to develop and we still want to do more with downtown, with
Right.
historic Knoxville.
Well, like I said, I never felt that I did anything wrong. I thought that what we did was good. And so, I mean, I didn't want to jump into it as much. I knew that because I got out earlier, like 2 years earlier than him.
I had a huge
So,
chip on my shoulder.
He did have a
So I was going to grow it back bigger than it was just to show everybody. Because they're like, basically they're saying you cheated. So one guy that was a manager of another bar came into my bar. The first day I came into the pub. And he said, you know, I'm really mad at you. And I'm like, you know, I just had all my assets seized and went to prison for 4.5 years. Right? So I just got back. And the guy says, you know, I'm really mad at you. And I'm like, why are you mad at me? And he goes, well, because you cheated, man. And I go, okay, let's just say I cheated. What's your excuse going to be this time when I kick your... So then that's what drove me. It's like,
you know, his sister, we had put the pub in her name, so we put it in her name. We had a really good staff that was really, you know.
they all stayed the whole time.
They stayed the whole time, and we had real good support from the community that had been coming to the pub. They still came to the pub, so it was still, you know, the people that worked there were still able to make money, and it was still running pretty good for 2 years. So when I came in, I just started tweaking it and, you know, starting to get back on track. And, you know, Scott really wanted to buy the building, so we ended up buying the building back at way more.
Yeah, the buildings on Market Square, just to get an idea of what we created.
I can imagine.
The buildings that we purchased in 2000 literally sell for 20 times the price per square foot that they did then. Downtown is now 20 times as expensive.
Can I say you bounced back? I mean, you've got several restaurants. You've got Preservation Pub, Bernadette's Crystal Garden, Alice in Appalachia, which is fascinating, Tommy Trent's Sports Saloon, Scruffy City Hall, and now you've got a new project that you're trying, the Luniverse?
Yeah. I said we would never, ever do another district, pioneer another district, because it takes a decade. It takes a full decade to even make it happen. So Preservation Pub on Market Square, you know, you're not talking, it's not like you open today and tomorrow it's booming. It's 10 years. So when I say we're going to do Luniverse Knoxville at Blackstock, which is 940 Blackstock, it used to be the International and Concourse, which is a tiny part of the space, that is 3.5 acres. It's bigger than Market Square. So when I negotiated to purchase that, Bernadette knows what that means. It's like, because, you know, you're talking...
Years of commitment.
No one goes there. No one goes there. There's no person there right now. But I'm sitting there thinking, here it is, right next to UT, which is a record number of students, right? If I can build a pedestrian bridge across the railroad, there's 35,000 students. There's only 2,000 people that live downtown, maybe 3,000 now. 35,000 students, faculty, and staff, over half of which are certainly over 21. But there they are, and then the World's Fair Park is right there next to you with the Sun Sphere. And so you've got 30 acres or whatever it is, the World's Fair Park. That's the city, right? So you have the Sun Sphere, you have the Convention Center, which is $160 million, the Knoxville Museum of Art, all these places the city wants to see people at. So we're thinking you can open this Blackstock, you can connect it to the old city where they're building $160 million plus $100 million stadium. It's going to be $100 million. $100 million stadium, another $160 million for the donut around the donut hole, which is the stadium. Connect to that from Blackstock along the railroad tracks. Connects to Gay Street. Connect to World's Fair Park. Connects to UT. So we can create the next arts and entertainment district that connects downtown. And essentially, you can almost, I won't say double, but you can massively increase the footprint of downtown by going down under the viaducts that no one thinks you want to go to. But think about it as a canvas. You've got all these things you could project colors on. You could do paint. You could do skate parks. You could do greenways, bicycle trails. You can do all these things that connect all these areas from Blackstock, which, how do you make people excited about it? Bernadette's Crystal Gardens, 45,000 pounds of crystals. Luniverse, get 400 local artists, have them do sculptures and murals and so forth. The entire place will be art, nothing but art. So not just Bernadette,
Art and fun stuff.
400 artists creating the skeleton of the place. And then 10 years from now, I'll build a moon sphere.
Scott and Bernadette, it was absolutely fascinating speaking with you. I really
Thank you very much.
appreciate it. Thank you for telling me.